The multimedia specialist here at Aldifer, and this is Christian and Sweeney, our senior specialist of fine and decorative arts extraordinaire, and we are going to talk a little bit about silver today. One of the most interesting effects of COVID has been how it has impacted our economy. And what we saw mid-March was silver go through the roof. It went up to 233% higher than it's been. So it went from a $12 low all the way up to a $28 high. And right now it's hovering around what, Christian?
About $24.50.
$24.50. So that is pretty good for you if you're looking to sell. So what I want to know is how we decide to keep our items, to toss them, to sell them with us, or to just scrap them. And an example we have is we recently sold a Tiffany & Co. sugar and creamer set, and it went for $4,000. If it would have scrapped, it would have went for less than $500. So Christian, I own a lot of silver, but I don't know what to do with it. Mm-hmm. Tell me, how do I make up my mind? Keep, toss, sell, scrap.
Okay. Well, first we want to make sure whether or not it's sterling silver versus silver plate.
Okay.
By law, every piece of sterling silver has to be marked sterling or 925. 925 meaning it's 92.5% pure silver.
Oh, okay.
The other 7.5% being base metals. The other thing is the maker, Tiffany, Buccellati, Cartier, silver always command a premium. George Jensen, form also is a big factor.
What do you mean by form?
The pattern.
The actual pattern. Okay.
Pattern of the flatware versus like a plain flatware, not necessarily a desirable thing. Where something like the Repoussé pattern here, this is S. Kirk Repoussé. We'll get into that a little later. Is a highly sought after pattern, so we'll always command a premium to scrap value.
Okay. Okay. So I know that. Now let's say I look at the back of it. I can tell it's real sterling silver. I can tell I have something here. I don't want to throw it out, but I don't know what to do exactly with it. I come to Aldifer, and what is the first thing that you guys are going to do to help me figure out what my value is of my pieces?
We'll take a close look at it. We'll see who the maker is and what the pattern is, and we'll go from there. And we'll be honest with you whether or not it's better to scrap it or that it would be better to sell at auction, because it's worth more than the intrinsic value of the metal in it of itself. Like this, the Repoussé pattern, be crazy to scrap this. So we would take a look at it and we will guide you every step of the way.
Okay, well that seems simple enough. So we look at the back, we see if it's sterling, we bring it over to someone like Aldifer's, we get it appraised, we see what the value is, we move forward with consigning it to get it into an auction and make some money off of it. Now let's talk about what we have in front of us. This is a huge set of sterling. I've never seen anything like this.
I've been doing this a long time. I've never seen a set of flatware of this size.
How many pieces are we looking
hundreds.
at?
Well, I'm going through it right now because it's actually so large I can't sell it I wouldn't want to sell it as one set. It's so far my largest. It's probably a service for 36.
Holy cow! I can't even imagine entertaining 36 people.
I would definitely have to break that down.
Okay. Okay. So we have this huge set. We're breaking it down. And I'm noticing some really funky looking items that I have no clue what they are. And I'm thinking if I had a clue, I would know if they would bring more for me. So what are some of the unique pieces that we're seeing
And
here?
a little side note, pretty much every time I get a set of flatware, I find something new that I never knew what it was. So I'm on scouring the internet trying to figure out that this is a bacon fork.
That makes me so happy.
And if it was smaller, if it had a smaller width, it'd be a sardine fork.
Not so happy with sardines.
Not so happy. They're but Renee likes those. The tomato server. Here, would you like a slice of tomato?
I would love one. That's so convenient. That's amazing.
The jelly knife. Who needs a knife for jelly? I do.
Why not?
My favorite.
This confuses me.
This is an ice cream spoon.
Why is it pointy?
Well, ice cream back in the day would be a big block, so it's just to help cut through your ice cream.
That is amazing. Fancy sports. I love it.
Oh.
What is this scary thing?
Lettuce fork.
Oh, nobody wants a lettuce fork.
Nobody wants the lettuce fork. The vegans.
Oh, okay, well maybe the vegans want a lettuce fork.
Fish knife.
Convenient.
My favorite, mashed potato spoon.
Love it.
Everyone loves the mashed potatoes.
Love, love, love.
Now this is one I'm not 100% sure. Cake knife, maybe?
Oh, I
Wedding
can see
cake.
that. I can see that.
I mean, it's serrated bread. I don't know. Lecter.
Very interesting. Now this right here, this is really interesting looking to me as someone who does not know what I'm looking at. Is that
Some
special
sort of
in any way?
Yeah.
Or
Just it's the way it's
really
like the
blunt.
weird flat
It's very
tines.
strange looking.
Yeah. Oddball.
Oddball.
Definitely an oddball.
Okay. So let's talk more. We have these unique pieces. What are you? Oh, this. This is amazing. This looks like you would do something really inappropriate, like hurt someone. This is amazing. What is this actually for?
That's a butter pick. So a butter pick, if you can see that, has it's just a twist on the end that you would take it across the top of, picture a stick of butter. You would roll it across the top and it just shaves the butter for you to then take off.
That is the fanciest thing I've been antiquing my whole life. I know a lot about random things. I have never ever seen anything like that before.
Lemon fork.
That makes me happy. That makes me think of Ariel. All right, so we have all these fun things. Let's talk more about this particular pattern.
Okay.
And why this happens to be, you said that this is the most sought after pattern?
By S. Kirk and Sons.
Okay.
So it's easier to show you on this large piece.
It's hard to see, and I'm sorry, folks.
It's hard to see. It's all flowers. It's a very floral, botanical kind of pattern.
It's beautiful.
So S. Kirk and Steve are the two companies that make this pattern. So this is all S. Kirk. I found one piece of Steve. It's just the company that makes it.
Okay.
And it's just it's one of their oldest patterns.
How old did you say?
1860s.
Okay.
I want to say, I'm not 100% sure. Don't quote me on that, but I'm thinking mid 19th century.
Okay.
But it's a very, let's see, where's that huge knight? You guys might be able to see it better on that. It's just an incredibly ornate
It's
handle.
so intricate.
Yeah,
It's
very nice.
beautiful. Beautiful. Okay, so I can see why people would want this. This is impressive to me. And even on this piece here, there's this gorgeous florals going around the sides. The details of things that were done back in the day compared to what we get now, it absolutely blows my mind. I mean, it's like IKEA compared to the authentic pieces that we sell here. Just unreal.
Like
unreal.
the salt and pepper shaker.
It's absolutely beautiful.
I wouldn't even want to use it.
No. I'm scared to touch any of these things. It frightens me. Not just because they're pointy. But this is amazing. Okay, so again, I'm Christy. I'm the multimedia specialist. Again, this is Christian Ann Sweeney, our fine and decorative senior specialist. And we're just talking a little bit about silver here. We went over the value, why to keep something versus scrapping it. That silver is up to 233% more than we've seen it in recent years based off of COVID. So a little perk from COVID. Finally, a nice thing from COVID. So if you have silverware, it is important to look at the back, correct?
Correct.
See what the markings are, see if it's real, and if it is.
And if you're unsure, don't hesitate to call us.
That's a great point.
Even with cell phones, it's so easy to take a pic and send us, hey, Chris, is this,
Oh, absolutely.
Because some of the markings are difficult to discern. Some of them are actually deceiving. So we can always take a look.
That's an excellent point.
Free of charge.
Yeah. So if you have something that you have questions about, you can always send it through a DM on our Facebook page, like you're watching right now, or you can send it through email at info@altaforauction.com, and that'll go to our sales experts and then down to our specialists who'll be able to identify and help you out and see where to go with your pieces. So we wanted to keep this nice and brief. This is our first chat for lunch, and we're going to be doing this weekly and talking about different products every week and kind of behind the scenes how we do things, how we place things in different auctions, how we value things, just to give you an inside look of how we run our operations here at Alta for Auction. So thank you so much for joining us today. Thank you for excusing us for any hiccups we might have had. And we hope you tune in next time. So thank you so much and have a wonderful rest of your day.
Guys.